I'm Judy the athlete, and we're here to help you better your best.
I thought maybe we would discuss the favorite, not the favorite syndrome that happens with performers all the time. And whichever side you're on, today you could be on one side, tomorrow you could be on the other side, and it's not always a fun place to be, nor an easy place to be. And
Not at all.
yeah, so if you're the favorite, then you got a lot to live up to and expectations, but all of this, whether you're the favorite or not the favorite, is coming from usually the outside world. Okay, and I mean, it's our choice whether we want to adopt it in our inside world or not. So a lot of times it's, well, no, it's not the outside world, it's me, but you're the one that chose to allow it in, right?
Sure.
So, and sometimes we're not the favorite because all these friends over here want to perform together or whatever, and we're kind of left on the outside. But the only solution I know, and Judy, you may have other ideas, is to go to that inside world. You're on your own path, put on your blinders and go play. And, these pieces will fall into place. Pick and choose what you want to take from the outside world, but otherwise stay inside and go.
Yeah, I think about it as being, I have a strategy, I have a path, I know what I'm going to do, and I have to go internal. This is what I can be in charge of, is going internal, shooting my shot. All of those things are such huge influencers. When you walk into the tournament and people are saying that's the champion and you haven't even taken your first shot.
Yeah.
And then in qualifications you end up in first or second, and now you're in your first match against somebody that absolutely, they're going to beat that one, right? But that's not always true,
Upsets. Mm-hmm.
Upsets that happen in a short amount of time with a short number of arrows, or somebody just having a great moment, and it happens. Just a little bit of letdown for that person that you would think is going to be on top.
Mm-hmm.
They get out of their game. They get influenced by what's around. They get pulled away. Their attention gets pulled away. Distraction happens. Doubt creeps in. They get behind. Doubt creeps in bigger. And it really just is being able to kind of pull that back in and say, wait a minute, what am I here to do?
I'm thinking the same.
Focus on, what do I want?
Mm-hmm.
I go back to my intention, setting a really strong intention, and it's one arrow at a time. And then finish that shot. And what's next? When we get out of that and we get caught up in all the pomp and circumstance and get ahead of the game to standing on the podium before we've actually shot the shot, it can be very detrimental.
Correct. Right. So like you're saying, I think we just get pulled out. We can get pulled out. So where's our focus, instead of getting back to why am I here? What am I accomplishing today? And if it's not going so good, it's once again, what have I learned? And we've been in those
And how do I use it as a
situations.
motivator, right? Because
Yes.
to some extent you have both. You have the favorite and you have the non-favorite.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel so good to be the non-favorite sometimes. And it's, how do you take that? If I'm the favorite and I go, wow, I'm the favorite, people are like, I think they're rooting for me. I can use that energy, I can use that energy and say, yeah, that's good. It's good energy. And I'm going to go into my shot and my intention and all of that. Or I could go in and say, there's already thinking so-and-so has won, and guess what? Here I come. That can motivate me as well.
You bet.
And I think being able to step out of all of that sort of chaos and stuff and go, what am I here to do, and get back into my shot is really, really important. And I'm not saying it's easy.
No, but I think you've been on both sides of
Absolutely,
it.
absolutely.
In your career, and it does happen that way. It doesn't mean it's forever, but right now, this is the situation I'm in, and it will change.
And I think it's so funny because everything goes both ways, right? The bigger thing is when I'm the favorite and I've bought into that and then I don't perform, wow, it's tough. It's a huge disappointment when you've been working up to something that, the Olympics, it only happens every 4 years, or a world championship, it only happens every 2 years, and you've been working up to that and it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's a piece of how do I move forward? On the other hand, there's the person that's sort of upset. They came in and they had just, their energy was right. They upset the top guy, and now they got another match.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
you so quickly see them just, you know, back down to their performance before. And maybe that's a little bit what makes it even more concerning to people is they took out the champion and then they didn't even take advantage of the situation to go on and win.
Following
They just,
success.
yeah,
Yeah, they spent
following
all their
success.
energy on probably that person, but you know, getting back into it and ready for that next one. This is what I'm here for. This is where I'm going. And the ones that are really tough, you know, that the upsets when you're on the back end of it is, I like it to come away with, and I learned this, and I'm never going to do it again. You know, and if you can get to that place, you know, it served a purpose. And my guess is you won't ever do it again. You know, whatever happened.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
We talk about how powerful feel is, and you know, that disappointment and that frustration or everything that comes from that loss.
Never again.
Yeah, I don't want to feel that pain again. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
And that's pretty powerful as well.
Yeah. So I guess the main message is look where you're going, see where you're going, stay on your path, pick and choose.
Yep, regardless of what happened today, tomorrow, I'm going to better my best.